National Immunization Program at the Centers for Disease Control. What was I doing when I was 25? What was I doing when I was 25? Okay, so I was living in Atlanta, Georgia, and I had just finished graduate school, and I was working for the National Immunization Program at the Centers for Disease Control, and I was a nurse consultant and vaccine safety and development.
When I was 25, I had just graduated from law school, and I looked forward to practicing civil rights law.
So at the age of 25, I was getting ready to return to college. My first foray at 18, 19, I enjoyed the social aspect way more than I did the academic aspect, and needed a few years in between to become an adult and realize that, yes, being in the classroom is something you have to do if you're a college student.
So my favorite song when I was 25 years of age was actually some songs by Little John and the East Side Boys, because they were just a lot of dance songs that we would listen to, but also all the clubs and all the places that we went to and hung out. So those kind of became some of the songs we had, you know, especially driving, you know, on the strip in town or driving, you know, down the road, you would have your windows down, blaring music, and that would be some of the songs that you would end up listening to.
One of my favorite trends or fashions from when I was around 25 years old is there were these Steve Madden shoes that were like the black platform shoes that had the black strap across the top. And I saw a meme or a reel on Instagram that said if you wore shoes like this, then it's probably time for an eye cream. And I'm like, oh my God, that's me. Those were my favorite shoes. And all of my friends, I just sent that to them last week and they were like, oh my God, I love those shoes. So that was one of my favorite trends.
I was in the bell-bottom group, and during my college years, we went from bell-bottoms to straight legs. And those were the years too when flip-flops just came into being. And I could do going from bell-bottoms to straight-legged pants, but I couldn't do the flip-flop thing. I just thought, really? We're all on the beach? We're walking around town and going to school wearing flip-flops. How crazy is that?
Since I was 25, so much has changed, right? Our school has grown so much. You know, I was a student 25 years ago, just finishing up my degree, and then to see the size of our school now as a faculty member is just amazing. So growth everywhere, right? In our school, in Columbia, in the world. Yeah, my family has grown since then. Lots of growth, lots of change.
I hope it recognizes my face. Yes, it did. Good morning. Great to have you all here. Welcome, and thanks to those who contributed to that video. If you didn't know, it was Linnell Phillips of Public Health, Clark Peters in the School of Social Work, Joe Saul, the Life of Hard Knocks in the Office of Research, Doug Clem of Clinical and Diagnostic Sciences, Linnell Buckner in the Office of Access and Scholars Initiatives, Michelle Custer from our Advancement Office, and Leanna Lawrence from Speech, Language, and Hearing Sciences. Thanks to all of them for reflecting on what life was like for them when they were 5. And we did that because we are preparing to enter our 25th anniversary as an independent academic unit, an independent college university. Is it still doing okay here? I'm going to hold it. Still good? Okay. I think maybe the battery. You got to have one technology event that doesn't work, right? So, where was I? Thank you for being here. It's great to see all of you. This is a good celebration time for us. And you've all done so much work this past year. We're going to try and recognize some of that. After this event, by the way, check out your email for a link to the longer version of this video. You can find out who was checking out the Seattle music scene, who partied too hard to watch TV, and what advice they give to their younger selves. Speaking of 25th anniversary, all right, I'm gonna keep going, and I'm gonna my teacher voice, which I haven't had to use for a long time. But I'm having my 25th anniversary with the college now too, and in reflecting on those 25 years, I've never been so proud of all of you and our supporters and our partners. Throughout this presentation, you're going to see a number of stories that shows you how we are making a difference in the world, how we're improving the health and well-being of others in our community, and you're also going to hear about our future plans and opportunities. So thank you for being here and for your dedication to the college and our missions. Who knows what's going to happen now? All right, so this is a good point, I think, to recognize a few people. Let's go to the next slide, and we're going to start by welcoming again our new faculty and staff members who joined us in the past year. So will all of you who weren't here last year and are here today, please stand and let us show you how glad we are that you're with us. Stay standing, come on. Wonderful, thank you. And now I would also like to just spend a couple minutes recognizing those who are supporting us and our students with their generous gifts and partnerships. So I hate to embarrass you, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to ask our donors to stand as I say their names and call out their affiliations. Diane Orton of Social Work, Matt Gass of Social Work, Janet and John Farmer of Health Psychology, Doug and Bonnie Wakefield, Master of Health Administration, Lannis Hicks, I don't think I saw Lannis, Eva Trumbauer of Speech, Language, Hearing Sciences, and Mike Carr of Respiratory Therapy. Thank you, Mike. We also have several donors joining us on our live stream. You didn't know we were live streaming, did you? I don't think I remembered that either. But at any rate, Leonard and Barbara Bush of Clinical and Diagnostic Sciences. Leonard is an alum. Gerard Fisher, Master of Health Administration. B. Davison of Speech. Dr. Freddie Avant of Social Work. We also have Mike Studer, who is a PT, and Morty Lebanon of Social Work. So if you would all do me a favor, look back there at the camera and wave at them. So, thank you for being with us. Okay, let's honor some people then. This group of fine people in the college were honored this past year for their outstanding contributions to the college and to Mizzou. So I would like them to all stand as I say their name and note their award. Diki Lama, she's a senior student service coordinator in the Department of Health Sciences. She won the MU Inclusive Award this past year. Aaron Robinson, associate professor, School of Social Work, won the MU Lee Henson Access Mizzou Award. I knew Lee Henson. He was a very fine person. You should feel honored to have an award in his name. Kelly Canada, associate professor in School of Social Work, has the Marie M. and Harry L. Smith Endowed Professor from the Provost. Aaron Thompson, professor and director of the School of Social Work. The Mizzou Alumni Association Faculty Award. Then we have a couple to be recognized in about 3 weeks. Botswana Blackburn, teaching professor and chair, Department of Health Sciences. She was awarded the Provost Award for University Citizenship in Faculty Leadership. And Kate Trout, assistant professor in Health Sciences. The Provost Outstanding Junior Faculty Research and Creativity Award. So congratulations to all of you. Also, congratulations to Christine Woods. Christine, would you stand, please? I'm not sure Christine's here, but she received 2 community awards last year, the Columbia Missouri Progress and Healthcare Award and the Columbia Values Diversity Award. Audrey was so nice to make sure that I had a bottle of water up here for me. And you know, she's so professional, she even remembered to take off the label because we don't sponsor things. And so you won't ever know that this was a Poland Springs water. We have 2 new endowed faculty with us. Sue Bourne, director of the Master of Health Administration program. She was selected as the Health Management Distinguished Professor. We also have Crystal Lim, the chair of the Department of Health Psychology, selected as the Janet and John Farmer Endowed Faculty Scholar Award in Child Health. Okay, so let's turn now to our missions. So don't you know I'm still standing better than I ever did. From Elton John, 1983, he was talking about a breakup in a relationship, but he's rededicated that song to Kathy Dothage and Kathy Myers, who both after 30, 40, 50 some years at the university are still standing, and they're retiring this year. So congratulations to them. The teaching faculty in the college could have told me what this chart looks like. Students are experiencing the value of our health sciences and our teaching. The growth in student credit hours is nothing short of remarkable, and our trend is leading Mizzou. With larger incoming first-time college cohorts and new programs this coming year, I will not be surprised if we top 70,000 student credit hours within 2 years. To do that successfully, we're going to need to be pursuing additional funding and additional faculty members, but it just shows you the good things that we're doing in the world and how people are attracted to it. One of our new programs is the Accelerated MHA program. This will provide a faster path to the MHA degree for our BHS in health science students. They can complete their bachelor's degree and the MHA in 5 years. This has been approved by the provost, and we're waiting for the very final sign-off any day. The program will be approved very soon, and we will then announce it to the students, and the applications will become available to them. Now, some exciting news. We will also have a standalone Bachelor of Health Science and Clinical and Diagnostic Sciences, emphasizing medical laboratory science. The first cohort will begin classes in the summer of 2026. We are phasing out our current clinical laboratory science program that's been offered in coordination with the University of Nebraska. So it'll be all ours, it'll be standalone. Elise Thompson is the architect of this reimagined program and will serve as its director. The School of Social Work is taking its BSW online this fall. Kind of sounds like they're going on a tour with the black t-shirts with all the cities on the back, right? But it's going online so it can provide accessibility for individuals who already work in the field but don't have the degree. The School of Social Work is also launching a new Bachelor of Science in Criminal and Justice Studies. This has been a long requested program among students. It builds on the success of their criminal justice minor, which is really well filled right now. And it's interdisciplinary. It will involve faculty in law, public affairs, sociology, and social work. So let's watch this video to learn more about the Criminal and Justice Studies program.
We're all excited about Criminal and Justice Studies. This new program is important for a number of reasons. One is it fills that need, that hunger for this content that students have expressed to us, and I've heard it from a number of corners. Serving the needs of this state requires us to provide the employment training that we need to make sure that people in the Department of Corrections and law enforcement agencies have the best and most up-to-date evidence-based knowledge.
I think when you have the advantage of having a degree in a discipline, you can enter that discipline with more confidence. And so having that background knowledge about law and criminal procedure and the rules of evidence and things of that nature that I learned in my criminal justice degree program. All those things I think help build confidence and really give you a good foundation to start on if you're coming into the profession.
I think it's important to just be well educated, one, in general, on what that looks like, the terminology, who is involved in the criminal justice system, but I think it's even more important that people are aware of how the criminal justice system affects the people on the receiving end of that, whether that just be the person directly involved, the loved ones, the community. The overall impact is very, very important.
There's so many intersections with agencies and those in the helping professions. It's a natural step to move into law enforcement and understanding exactly how we need to examine and improve the way we handle issues of criminal and juvenile justice.
I want to stop here just for a moment and say we've looked at these new programs. It adds to the complexity of the mix of our program in the college. It's adding the number of students. So at this time, I want to just say thank you to all of those people who are in student services. So I won't make you stand, but would you raise your hands and holler out? life as a recruiter or someone who helps advance the students or as an advisor is a lot different than most of us were in college. It's complex and it's hard work, and we really appreciate everything they're doing for us. And so I had to set that up because now they're going to see what they have coming. So let's look at the enrollment. We're up to about 3,700 students. Lexi and her recruitment team continue our college's long-standing tradition of excelling at attracting and enrolling students. I told the provost just yesterday that within a couple of years we will have a gazillion students. And how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to keep recruiting them. And so our students recognize that we are the youngest academic unit on campus, and so that maybe that makes us the coolest. And so our Gen Z interns think that we are, and they convinced me to do a new recruitment video for the college. I want you to check it out. Yeah, it's your boy, Dean Kristofer Hagglund. Brat summer is long gone. It's time to enter your health sciences era. Here at the College of Health Sciences, we high-key have some fire programs, no cap. How many aura points do we get for having hands-on clinics? I fear this is a Missouri method. These labs are serving respiratory therapy vibes. It's giving radiography. Our students have access to some goated technology, very based. This is sending me. No ops around here, just top-tier health professionals. Bet. Oh, God. Our students are cooking. If you think you're going to crash out, don't trip. Our study areas ate and left no crumbs. We're on our grind set for real. This and YAP. Looking for a Sigma career? Our student services are a green flag. So don't fade Mizzou's College of Health Sciences. It's a sleigh. Is it too early for Oscar nominations? I'm just asking, right? I just want you to know this is a safe container, so we don't share anything outside of this container here. All right. Thank you. Okay, so thanks to the interns who wrote that and shot it and edited it. You can see the bloopers reel later when I'm not around. In all seriousness, our teaching mission emphasizes student success. It's one thing to enroll students, it's another to support them as they succeed as students and in their careers. We're having great success. Our year 2 retention rate, fall to fall, by entry term is at 94.1%, which puts us at the top of Mizzou. Our 4, 5, and 6-year graduation rates by entry term are also improving. We are at the higher end of Mizzou. We still have a little more work to do there, but we're making great progress. And Mizzou, by the way, is leading the state in its graduation rate. So we should be very proud of that. I've got some interesting trends to show you here. So this is our outcomes survey. We're a bit unique on campus, just the way that our programs are set up. But we have 91.8% of graduates having successful outcomes within 6 months of graduation, and most of them are continuing their education or going to work full time. But let's go to the next slide. I want to show you this. This is the percentage of students who graduate from these various units on campus who go on to grad school of some kind. It's incredibly high for us, and we should be really proud that we're preparing students to enter the workforce as professionals and caring individuals who have compassion and a great level of skill. All right, let's turn now to our next mission, research. Bachman Turner Overdrive introduced this hit song in 1973, but it's a little known fact that Joe Saul wrote these lyrics. He was 4.5 years old. He's a true child prodigy. our research is also growing tremendously thanks to all of you. We had 110 proposals last year. 75% of those are Association of American Universities Phase 1 or Phase 2 grant proposals, which are the best kind. We published 228 articles and about 5,500 scientific citations. And so now let's turn our attention to this Research in 60 Seconds vertical video series for social media. You will be thankful that I am not in one of these. Our first two videos, though, feature Tim Wolf and Kelly Canada.
My name's Tim Wolf. I'm the Associate Dean for Research and then also Professor and Department Chair of Occupational Therapy here in the College of Health Sciences. And this is my research in 60 seconds. So I'm an occupational therapist by training, and if you're not familiar with that, occupational therapy is really focused on helping people get back to everyday life activities. So like being able to take care of themselves, dress, bathe, get back to work, school, whatever that might be, taking care of their kids. And so I work with mostly people with neurological injuries, like a brain injury or a stroke, who then have problems with what are their cognition after their injury. So thinking, like your attention, memory, and things like that. And as an occupational therapist, I'm not so much interested in trying to figure out how to help them get their memory better. I'm more interested in trying to figure out how do we help them get back to doing activities after they've had memory loss. And so my lab is really focused on looking at different assessments we can use to best identify who's going to have problems trying to go back to these activities, and also investigating new interventions we can do to help them overcome what some of those cognitive challenges are they have in the community.
I'm Kelly Canada. I'm an associate professor in the School of Social Work at the University of Missouri, and this is my research in 60 seconds. So my main goal of my research is to improve the living and working conditions for people in the criminal legal system, to make sure their mental health is taken care of and their quality of life is also improved. So did you know that correctional officers are actually at a 39% higher rate of risk of suicide than the general working population? And people who have been living in prison when they exit are at a 3.5 times higher likelihood of death in comparison to the adult population in the United States. My research really tries to improve conditions for people who are living in prison. One of our research projects funded through Arnold Ventures is a Missouri prison transformation project where we're improving housing conditions and work conditions for people who are in prisons. Another one of our projects is funded through the National Institute of Mental Health and studies crisis intervention teams to try to reduce use of force and improve outcomes for people with mental illnesses living in prisons.
Okay, thank you, Tim and Kelly, for developing our research in 60 seconds. We'll be doing more of those as we go. A couple of other awards in research. Laura Moret has been awarded a Fulbright Fellowship. She, of course, is assistant professor in the Department of Speech, Language, and Hearing Sciences. Dr. Moret will study how gestures aid in learning tonal second languages at one of the universities in Istanbul, Turkey, in early 2026. Here with her in this photo is the speech undergraduate student, Sydney Turner. She was one of the 10 Mizzou students selected to participate in the System Undergraduate Research Day at the Capitol last month. So congratulations to Sydney. Now we're going to get to the part that Joe likes best. Here's our research expenditures. We're projecting about $11.8 million this coming year. Again, this is the highest point we've ever had. It's going to be a new record for us. If you remember, in 2018, we set a goal of doubling our research expenditures, and in 2018, it was $1.8 million in expenditures. I think we may have accomplished that goal. So we're very happy with that, and we're getting a lot of attention from the world and our own administration and other researchers. Our research proposal value, those that have gone in, total $85.1 million for fiscal year 25, and it's 105 proposals. So we are well poised to continue our research success. And the awards that we got this past year are expecting this year, will equal about $11 million. We had a couple of extra large awards last year that kind of ruined that trend a bit. We're really happy to have those and to keep those going. But if we stay on this path, we're in really great shape. I want to go through just a few notable grants since the last state of the college. So hang with me here. These are all awards over $1 million where College of Health Sciences faculty is either the PI or the co-PI of the grant. So Tracy Griever-Rice is a PI and Kate Trout is a co-PI. Got a grant from the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services and CDC worth $4.36 million to look at Missouri workforce development. Kate is a co-principal investigator on an NSF grant worth $3.5 million, a sensor project to keep chicken salmonella free. Thank you, Kate. Aaron Thompson of social work is the principal investigator on a Boone County grant worth $1.36 million. It's a Family Access Center and Excellence for Boone County. Of course, you all know that as a case management and support for youth and families in this county. Aaron and Andy Fry, who are co-PIs, also got a grant from Boone County for $2.1 million in 2024 and $3.5 million in 2025. Kelly Canada, who you just heard from for her Arnold's Adventures proposal, her proposal was awarded at $2.8 million, almost 2.9. That particular project was recently written up in the paper. It's just an incredible project. Hope you get a chance to see that. And finally, Anna Boone from NIH, $2.8 million for virtual self-management intervention for stroke survivors. So congratulations to all of them. Let's turn to Extension. Extension didn't join us until 2021, and we are so happy to have them. They've already become integrated into all the work they do, all the work that we do, and including research. And so here's a couple of examples. We have Jolene Trifter, who's the Assistant Extension Professor in the Department of Public Health, and Mansu Yu, who's a Professor in Social Work and Public Health, are working to reduce health disparities in rural counties that have an adult obesity rate greater than 40%. We also have a sensor-enabled decision project for detecting and mitigating salmonella, as we just talked. So Kate is joined by Leslie Speller-Henderson, an Associate Extension Professor in Health Sciences. Okay, now we have a treat for you. Our next video feature is of Steve Ball, Extension Professor in the Department of Physical Therapy. His Stay Strong, Stay Healthy is an 8-week training program for older adults. Since Steve created this program in 2005, it has reached more than 20,000 people. And here's the best part, the fun fact. Steve's parents, Dan and Marge Ball, participated in the program this fall. Among their instructors was Zach Ball, a health science student, Steve's nephew, and Dan and Marge's grandson. So let's watch this video to hear more about their program.
I'm Steve Ball. I'm a professor in the Department of Physical Therapy, and I'm also a state fitness specialist with MU Extension. This program is Stay Strong, Stay Healthy. It's an 8-week, 16-session strength training program for older adults where you get these seniors moving and active and gaining strength and flexibility and balance and all those things, help them prevent falls and maintain independence later in life. We've been around nearly 2 decades now. We're present in 7 states and we serve all 114 counties plus the city of St. Louis and the state of Missouri through our MU Extension network. We've reached over 20,000 participants. Pretty proud of that.
Don't be ashamed of being old. I found the class excellent, and it's a nice thing to have come to me at this stage in my life.
So one of the unique things about Stay Strong, Stay Healthy is it meets all 3 missions of a land grant. So there's obviously, we do a research. We're constantly evaluating the effectiveness of the program, so we involve undergraduates and graduate students in our research program. There's obviously the outreach component where we're reaching the community, improving the lives of Missourians. And then we're teaching our undergrads how to develop social skills, networking, leadership, so it really meshes all three things together in one program. That's pretty unique.
What a nice opportunity to have the whole family involved. It looks like Zach wasn't really trying very hard in that last one, though, I just got to say. So let's turn now to clinical service. I ran out of songs to address this particular area, and so I was without one. And so Angela came into my office and said, "How about we get one from this century?" And so she was very kind to sort through the wasteland of music of the 21st century to find this one by Bruno Mars. You'll hear it later on the tape. We have some amazing clinical anniversaries in 2025. The Combs Language Preschool, 25 years old. My office is right over the courtyard, and so every day at 10 o'clock, I really, truly look forward to hearing the dulcet sounds of 2-year-olds out on the playground. It's really a highlight of my day. The Tiger OT is also 20 years old, so congratulations to the OTs. And the Thompson Center for Autism and Neurodevelopment, started by our own Janet Farmer, is 20 years old now. Yes. This past September, we had another anniversary. The Integrated Behavioral Health Clinic turned 10 years old. So congratulations to it. I want to just talk for a moment about some of the great work we're doing in interprofessional education and collaboration. The departments of occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech, language, and hearing sciences came together to assess and support individuals with developmental disabilities. The project is a collaborative effort between the College of Health Sciences faculty members Leanne Lowry, Cody Higgins, and Kelly Stevens. I think they're all here. Leanne serves on the Woodhaven board, and she saw this great opportunity for the college to partner with this nonprofit to address the health and wellness needs in adults with developmental disabilities. And we have one from the Department of Occupational Therapy. This is the adaptive gaming program with support from the Be Strong 29 Foundation and the Mo Better Foundation. Mizzou's adaptive gaming program complements the ongoing focus of Bill Jane's lab, which focuses on how we can use assistive technology to help people participate in daily activities that most people might take for granted. So Jane said his lab plans to broaden the future of the program, bringing adaptive gaming devices to other places around campus and in mid-Missouri. Yeah. And we have a new member of the family this year. This is Kelsey, our language preschool facility dog. Is Kelsey here? She is. Is she just quietly being over there? Okay. So I hope you all get a chance to see Kelsey. I can tell you from experience that if you put your face down near hers, you're going to get wet. So just be prepared for that. All right, let's see this video about how Kelsey enhances the experience of our preschoolers.
My name is Christy Baker. I'm an associate clinical professor in the Department of Speech, Language, and Hearing Sciences. I'm also the director of the Combs Language Preschool here in Clark Hall. This is our new friend, Kelsey. She is a nearly 3-year-old golden retriever trained facility dog. And she just joined us this semester in January as our, we kind of call her our preschool pet, but she's a little bit more than that. She is a wonderful asset to our addition to our program because she brings just a calm presence about her that helps some of our kids that are just a little bit excitable, if you will, sometimes. And she helps to calm their systems down and help them refocus and those kind of things. The other thing is she's very motivating. Some of our kids are a little hesitant to use their voice to ask for things or just communicate with us in any way. And sometimes she has her own special language with them that she can get their attention, and she's making eye contact with them and really getting them to engage in a different way than they ever have before.
I couldn't help myself with this lyric. I do hope you get a chance to meet Kelsey, by the way. So let's look at our fundraising, one of our other mission areas. 2025 in the coming graph that's coming up here is a to-date total. So we have had another record year thanks to Todd, Michelle, and Stephanie and their team. This has just been extraordinary for us, and we're just so proud of the work they've done. This record includes the largest gift in our college's history. It's from a $4.3 million gift from Leonard and Barbara Bush last fall. Yep. And they are online with us now. I'm going to tell you just a little bit about them, and then we're going to have a video. So Leonard Bush graduated from our medical technology, cytotechnology program in 1982. He and his wife Barbara are funding scholarships for students who have financial need, an endowed professorship, and an unrestricted support fund. In this next video, Leonard and Barbara and Margie Sable, former director of the School of Social Work, talk about why they give to the College of Health Sciences.
My name is Margie Sable, and I taught at the School of Social Work for 25 years, and I was the director of the school for my last 9 years before I retired. As director of the School of Social Work, I worked with donors, and I wanted to be a donor myself to assist students who were getting their dual degree in public health and social work. I have degrees in both social work and public health myself, and I thought that if I started a scholarship to assist those students, it would make it easier for them.
Hi, I'm Leonard, and this is my wife Barbara Bush, and I graduated from the College of Health Sciences in 1982. We've decided that education is an extremely important thing. It has been in our lives, and we're to the point where we have the means to ensure that part of our legacy is that what we give to the university and specifically to the College of Health Sciences will go towards the next generation of health providers.
Students need our help, and if we have the means, it's a wonderful thing to do. Anything we can do to help them get through the program and not have to work outside of that is really appreciated by them because they can focus more on their studies.
Thank you, Margie and Leonard and Barbara. We're so thankful for your support of our programming. All right, let's turn our attention next to what we're kind of what we've accomplished and where we're going next. Thanks to Sherry Gann, who suggested that I include this song and lyric because given our 25th anniversary, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas performed at Lewis and Clark Hall. You may not have known that. Somewhere around 1965, 66, I couldn't find the exact date. Maybe Sherry has it. 68. Okay, very good. Thank you, Sherry. I knew you would know that. Okay, so let's look at our progress. These, I won't go through all of these, but we set some near-term and then some aspirational goals in 2022, and we have completed all of these. I'm going to give you just one moment to look at that while I get some water. Let me note that these were aspirational goals. We weren't sure we could obtain all of these, and yet we have. And I know you're all tired. You've been working really hard to make these things happen, but it's really been a testament to how valuable we are to our communities. We haven't accomplished everything. We have a few more things to go. We wanted 30 new faculty members. This is net faculty members is 8. We're going to have a few more coming up in 2025 in this fall, so that's a good start. We did have 5 Mizzou forward faculty pictured here. We still need to obtain a large teaching to training grant, and then some staff awards is on the list for us to pursue. So let's look at what's next. Well, one of the things we've done this past year is we set out our strategic plan. So there are several goals in the strategic plan, and you can see all those 4 here. There's a bunch of objectives under each goal and then some things, and we're already started on all of those. We're going to pursue health and wellness coaching programs. I have to tell you, we're still in the very initial stages of that, but recently I had a group of about 15 deans of College of Health Sciences from the southeast part of the state here for a meeting. And we hadn't talked about this among our deans group, but it turns out 2 other large universities are starting programs just like ours in health and wellness coaching. We're going to launch a general Bachelor of Health Science degree to give a little more flexibility to some of our students. And I'm really proud to say we're going to continue to collaborate with Brightly and Borough Behavioral Healthcare. Matt Gass is here representing them. He's the new CEO. Can we take a minute and just congratulate him on his promotion? I apologize, Matt. You're a modest guy. I didn't mean to call you out, but I think that's really important. This is a really amazing new partnership, and you're going to hear more about it in the very near future. Okay, so let's turn next to inside Mizzou Health Sciences. In honor of our anniversary, we're piloting a podcast called Inside Mizzou Health Sciences. There are already 4 episodes available featuring Leanne Lowry and OT alum Megan Bloffus, called Good Cop, Bad Cop. I bet I know which one of those is the bad cop. Carolyn Orban and Ashley Givens are doing global learning. Dana Fritz and Christy Baker, Counting Sheep. I could probably use that one. Teresa Bridewell and PT students Garrett Johnson and Lexi Chirpich are doing The Gift of Body. So let's listen to this preview.
Well, I mean, I try to remind my students or tell them right off the bat that I wasn't the best student. I really wasn't. Probably some of my former teachers are surprised that I landed here. My classmates, I'm sure, like, her? Really?
I've had so many students who the study abroad is their first time out of the country.
Yes.
Their study abroad is their first flight on a plane.
Yes.
I had a student once who went to India who came from it. She goes, my town doesn't even have a stoplight. And now I'm going to a city of 6 million people.
I feel like another important piece was the person's hands. Someone could be like a manual laborer. So like they have just super muscular hands. They're just strong. Or a teacher, someone who hugged kids every day or like graded papers, just so many things like those hands did. There's many sentimental regions of the body, like the face too.
Goats are a lot smarter than sheep. I'll be honest with you. Maybe they did want to be a part of circle.
They probably just wanted to eat their clothes or something. Isn't that what goats are known for?
Right. Hey, that's true.
Get a little closer. Get a little closer here.
This is Inside Mizzou Health Sciences. Listen along on Spotify, iTunes, and wherever you get your podcasts.
I didn't know that goats were smarter than sheep. Now we all know, and thank you for Sherry for doing the voiceover there. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up here in just a minute, I promise, right? So we still have some food and drinks and so forth, but I want to call your attention to a couple of save the dates. On May 20th, our faculty and staff awards and our family photo. So you are all welcome to participate in the family photo. We did this back in 2015 when campus was going through some turmoil. We invited everyone affiliated with us just to show that we were all together and supporting each other. We're going to kind of recreate that one, a little bit of a different vibe. So come on out on May 20th for our awards and our faculty photo. Wear your black and gold, and and as a token of our appreciation, you're going to get one of these commemorative canvas tote bags. Yeah. And then on October 11th, we're having our 25th anniversary tailgate for alumni, faculty, staff, and families. If you've been to one of our tailgates, you know how fun these are. This is going to be a blowout tailgate. Audrey's already planning it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think that's it. So let me, again, just say thank you to everyone. And thank you to Angela and her team for assembling this wonderful presentation. And for our Gen Z interns for developing a new recruitment video, which will never, ever be used, but it was fun. All right, thank you very much. We're going to have reception out here. Please stay, and I hope I get a chance to talk to all of you.